that can help us achieve looking for these girls. The Nigerian police should be every information. If I were the police, I would camp here, because it is even on this page that I'm seeing pointers. It's even on this page that things are being discussed. So it is rather shameful, and it is when you are scoring cheap points. You say you first of all, let me tell you what Harrison did. I've been saying it, that place is a crime scene. They are trying to wipe it, but I will say it again. You came, nobody sent you. If assuming without conceding that they gave you money to go and do investigation, you had no duty to come and brief us, the public. The people that funded you, you would have gone to meet them and say, this is what is going on, this is what is going on. But you put it upon yourself to become the spokesperson of the police. Whatever informed that decision is only you that knows, because you should not say things that, if I were to do an investigation on something, I'm not going to start reporting. I will check these facts, compare it with what Ben is saying. Then that is what will make me form my own opinion. And I'm not even on any compulsion to start narrating things. But you came out and say, it is in his mouth that I heard threesome. It is in his mouth. Yes. Yes. It was from his mouth I heard all this. In fact, I was not following this case initially. So if you are going to come and tell us how the gun shot, they were dragging gun, or however he said it, and the vigilante that you still said, how can you be saying many things in one breath?
Mr. Ben,
the girl that sends Sebio messages said that Andrew will send him videos unprovoked. You will not ask for the videos, he will just be sending you. She herself confirmed it. Go on. Someone else can talk. Yes.
Good evening. Please, I'll still plead with you. Like what you're doing, you're kind of administering drugs to some people, and I was like them before, until I called on your program, and you gave me permission to talk, and I listened to you. My mindset changed automatically. Last week, I met somebody, the kind of information and the way he sees you. I spoke to him nicely that, do me a favor, go listen to Mr. Ben. And this person, I think he went listening to you, and I met him today and I asked him how far. He said, I should permit him. I said, no. He said something. I said, no, I'm going to be on your program and I will ask for your permission. He said, we should be addressing you as Saint Ben, not Mr. Ben. Honestly. And I'm seeking for your permission. Please, I would like to be addressing you as Saint Ben, not even Mr. Ben. You deserve it, to be honest. You are really doing good, honestly. Don't stop. Yes. Okay. Just imagine, man. We don't have to stop here. I will keep, talking to people that have that mindset, like people
And
that sees you. I will keep talking to them. I will tell them to
Hi,
go listen to you. I don't have to do much. I don't do much. All
I
I do,
want to
I
add
just
something.
tell them,
I want
And
to
then
add
bring
again,
am to
something.
please let me
police.
say something before I forget. Let me say something before. And if you go, please
Okay.
try and go to Sebio's page too, because we want to be fair. And like outside everything he said, he also posted on his story that that guy is very stubborn, and that they said she was even said something against the ex first lady of Nigeria. So that is where I was like, what is that? What has that point even got to do with anything that was going on?
Yeah. I want to add something. Hello, are you there? I want to add something to it. Can you hear me? Yeah, I have lived in a community where there is a lot of vigilantes, and I will assure you, vigilantes don't kill like that. They don't have any right to kill anybody, and they can never kill. Even if you are an escapee, they can only shoot you on the leg and hand you over to the police. So this news that faking that vigilante took his life before is a lie. I don't know why people are still believing those people. They're just making money. They're using these blogs to make money, deceiving people. If you look at the team from the beginning, you know something is fishy about all these things. So we're not fools, okay? That's why I'm here, Mr. Ben. I'm here to support you. Don't mind those people calling you names. They don't have brain. They don't have brain.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't. First of all, nobody. If you cannot conclude that anyone is dead without a body, you must have a
That's right.
body that you have identified and confirm that matches with the DNA of the missing person or looks like the missing person conclusively, to the point where you can say yes, this is this person. And in the case where you cannot, maybe the body part, head is missing and all that, you need to conduct a DNA. It is shameful that anybody brought a letter that or informing Afiba's husband to take to accept the body they found as his
It's
wife's body.
shameful.
And
We are
It's
talking
let
about
me
shameful.
say
issues.
something. There was another video posted. This looks like it was an appeal by Afiba's husband. It was also posted on Sebio's page, right? And I can tell you for sure that man did not do any name calling. He just, you should listen to how he addressed himself on there. He is still focused, and his focus is to look for those girls. Even he requested for an independent investigation into the matter, because he feels like at this point he's as confused as many people. He doesn't know who to trust. So he requested, even though they are still waiting to hear from the police, he still requests for an independent investigation into the matter. So I'm here asking myself, do you think, I said, until me, I see that they say, oh, they have, the court of law have said, Ben, you are culpable by this and this, and put handcuffs on his hand. He has a right to also say what he knows. And nobody that is guilty will show his face and face everybody that comes for him, square and nail. People
Easiest thing,
stink.
the easiest thing anybody can do in a situation like this is to keep quiet. The easiest thing is to keep quiet and just mind your business. But this man has come to say, no, beyond what these people are saying, there is more to this. He's not defending Andrew. He's not saying Andrew did this or Andrew didn't do this. He is now saying, let us put more light into what has happened. There are a lot of inconsistencies, I mean. How can you go to a place? How can you go to a place and you said they went for hookup? How can you go to a place and you said they shot a person? He was trying to run. Vigilante did not put tires and stoppage for the car to stop. There were no block. They did not do block road. They did not do anything. They shot at a person. And after shooting, there's no bullet on the seat. There's no bullet in the car. There's no mark. It's only
And
clean. Are we foolish people in Nigeria? Is there a curse on people? We are talking about how do you know that this man was. The only way you can discover is when everybody involved, the police officers, if he was into it, whoever was aiding, the Aba police, the IRT, that the people that came from IRT or wherever, who instructed them, how did they convince, what signal did they receive? Because before you transfer a case, I'm a lawyer, before you transfer a case, they will send signal. They will send signal to the police that they are coming to receive this and that they are coming to take over that file. They will not even grant him bail. It will be from the station straight to Abuja, which should not be less than 12 hours movement, because it's a very critical movement. He won't even be allowed to tell his lawyer that this is where I am. It is on transit. If they even try for you when you arrive, they will not say call your lawyer. So how do you have the luxury of staying 4 days in a hotel? And we are not talking about eating and drinking, going to visit your wife. We are talking about issues here, and people are playing. These are issues.
honestly, and it's a big issue.
These
Saint
are
Ben,
issues.
to be honest, I salute your courage, your boldness, and your maturity, the way you're handling this issue. And I was on Daddy's Freeze Live some days ago. I was listening to him. He asked a question. He asked the Ghanaian lady, her husband, can you hear me? He asked him that what did the wife tell him that she was going to do with her friend, like when she was going to see Andrew. What did she tell him? Honestly, I've been waiting for an answer to that question. The man could not answer that question. And Daddy Freeze knew the man never gave the answer to that question and he kept quiet. I knew if you were the one, you would have asked him again, like for him to say something about it, But, I'm surprised. Like, there are some questions
Kodok
that people
Percy
does not
said
want to ask.
he replied that question. Maybe he can tell us what he said, because he seems to have everything in his head. No, he's here.
Hello, hello.
He's here. Yeah.
Yes, good evening. I've been following this case as well, and you see, there's that misconception. You're saying he never answered it. He answered it, but not at that point of the interview when he was asked that. He was narrating the story of what they went to Nigeria to do initially, and he said that they went for a wedding. That allegedly Blessing's wedding is the person who invited them to come to Nigeria, because that was my starting point as well. What were they going to do in Nigeria? How did they get to Nigeria? How did they get from Port Harcourt to Aba? How did they end up in Andrew's house? And while the gentleman might have been ashamed to say, look, my wife probably misled me, they said there was some kind of a phantom wedding between Blessing and her boyfriend that was supposed to happen, which never happened. And that was their purpose of being in Nigeria. So
Okay.
this all ties in to why that Blessing lady is all of a sudden she has disappeared and gone undercover. There's so many loose ends to this thing now, if you look at
Oh
it.
my brother. So
So you need to look at it and look, if I am the one that invited you to Nigeria, I am the, okay, this thing happened that you went to Andrew's house because they were definitely over there. They got kidnapped. We now decided that we're going to help you, you know, in the kidnapping. And the husband was paying Blessing and the husband
1
money
million.
to do this. You understand? Then all of a sudden, they now remove their hands. There's something to do with over there. And I have another trail of thought. Now, this is just my personal assumption. 7 million naira is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I am looking at it that it is possible and actually plausible that he sent that money to, you know, the Blessing and the husband for them to get Andrew arrested. But you know how we Nigerians are. You do gra. If the guy doesn't want to talk, then make sure you punish him. And maybe that 7 million was even payment for them to kill him. I'm very sorry, but that too is a working hypothesis. Because if you need to look at
I have
it,
to.
if you need to look at it, this was done off the books. The IG
Exactly.
of police said they did not send anybody to do anything. You understand? So you need to look at it from this point of, okay, if these people were doing this thing off the books, it was not 20 people, it was only 4 people that went to go and do this. As you said, they were jolly riding, going around for 4 days and not doing the actual directive, what they were told to do. Then you can also assume that, hang on, this was done off the books, and this too is a possibility. I'm not saying it's what happened. I'm just saying that too is a possibility. So
There's
they tried to